Now onto the medical screening part of the quote process. So when you get onto this section, this is what you'll be faced with first off. So we've got this statement which you just need to confirm that we've read and we understand everything here, which we do. We're going to say yes. And it then goes down to some of the medical questions. So to start with, these are a bit more of the unusual ones. So the first question is, are you aware of any medical condition for which you have not yet had a diagnosis? So it wants to know if you've got any undiagnosed conditions, or maybe you've had a symptom that your doctor is looking into, you're waiting for test results, anything like that, you're just not too sure what it is, you would put yes. For this instance, we're going to say no. Any condition we have, it has been diagnosed already. Next up, we've got, are we waiting for anything? So, for example, it lists surgery, inpatient treatment, investigation, or referral to a specialist. At the moment, we're not waiting for anything. Have we received a terminal diagnosis? Again, at the moment, we're going to say no. We've then got, are we travelling against the advice of a medical practitioner or travelling for surgery, treatment, or investigations? Again, we're going to say no. This is just a holiday to Spain. And then this question does sometimes trip people up. So, are we waiting for any test or test result for a medical condition for which we have had a diagnosis? So to clarify here, it doesn't mean if you have been diagnosed with something and have regular routine checkups. Like if you had a 6-monthly blood test, that's absolutely fine. In a second, we will declare the condition, and that's not a problem. What it wants to know if you're waiting for any new test or test result. So again, if you're under investigation, anything out of the norm for you, we would put yes to that. But if you're not sure, give us a call. We can talk you through what we mean by this. Again, for the moment, we're going to say no. And then so for the medical screening, so this is where we actually need to declare the conditions. So this first bit is the largest section. So it asks in the last 5 years if we've been treated, including prescribed medication. So to be clear here, even if we were diagnosed with a condition 20 years ago, if we are still on medication for that condition, we would have to tick yes and pop that condition down so we were aware that you're still on that medication. Okay, so we're going to pop yes, we are on medication for something. And then our next question here wants to know about in the last 2 years if we've been seen or had treatment, for example. So this is where if you have had those routine checkups or a 6-monthly blood test, anything like that, we would pop yes, and then in a second we would pop down the condition for which you have had those checkups. Okay, and then the last question, has your doctor altered any of your prescribed medications in the last 6 months? So we're going to say no, all of our medication has been the same. So once we've answered all of those questions, we've then got this box here pop up. So at the moment it says no conditions screened. So we're going to press add conditions. And this is where we then add anything we have been diagnosed with. So we're going to pop in our condition. And if you're not sure how to spell something, you can just start typing it. It will come up with different options for you. So once that's in, we then press this little screen button that appears. Okay, and it then asks any relevant questions for this condition. So how many medicines are prescribed? And then sometimes there is also this little statement underneath, just to clarify what the underwriters mean by these questions. So any hospital admissions? No. How short of breath do we get? We don't really, we can walk quite easily. And then we've got, have you ever been prescribed oxygen outside of hospital? Again, we're going to say no. Have you ever been a smoker? Even if you smoked 60 years ago, we've got, more than 10 years, but we're going to say no. And have you had a chest infection or pneumonia? No, we haven't. If you have accidentally clicked the wrong answer, you can press edit and change it, but we're going to continue. If you had another condition to declare, you could again search it in here and repeat the process. If you've accidentally popped something on you shouldn't have, you can press the remove button. Or again, if you want to just check what you've put, you press the edit and it will come up as it did a second ago. You can edit the answers. But we're going to come out of that and then we press finish screening when we're happy. And again, it does just confirm what we've declared and you can still go back into it if you need to. So we're then going to continue. Okay. and we're then on to the next section of the quote journey.